Good evening, everyone. Steven here, aka Case for Silver, for another daily update, membership update. Also, my second YouTube public video. So, very excited about that. First of all, I'd like to just give a toast to everybody out there to your health, and hope everybody's doing well, staying safe. And I'll probably have a drink once in a while during this video. All right, let's get the show on the road. First of all, I just wanted to let you know that I do these videos every day. So this is kind of like how the membership looks like when you look under topics. So daily video updates. All my videos are posted live. I try to do them daily. I couldn't do it 2 days ago because I had some things going on. I was flying and traveling home. So, but almost every single day I create an update. So if you're interested, 7-day free trial, check it out, and it's the cost of a beer per month. So if you want to pay me one to check it out, I greatly appreciate it. All right, so I found this very nice article in here, and I want to start by going through it. More than precious, silver's role in a new energy era. This is written by Nicolas Lapin. Nicholas in English. A silver-intensive future. Green future will be mineral intensive, and metals will find new uses in green technologies. Silver is no exception. Long known as a precious metal, silver is also an industrial metal needed to create an eco-friendly future. So this is the forecast for silver and green technologies. So solar, nuclear, and auto electrical. So you see nuclear is very tiny, but you kind of see from 2021 all the way to 2030. So in 2021, they're looking at close to 120 million ounces, and up here about close to 140 million ounces. However, silver's importance in technologies was established long before the era of renewables. Silver, a critical metal for tech. As an antibacterial metal with the highest thermal and electrical conductivity, silver has found uses in various technologies over time. So the Middle Ages. I really like this stuff. I tweet about this stuff quite often because I find it really interesting because silver is used in so many applications. Silver containers were used to store wines, water, and food to prevent spoilage. Families used silverware and silver utensils to protect themselves from the bubonic plague. Silver nitrate was used to treat ulcers and burns. 1900s, eye drops containing silver were administered to the newborns in the US. During World War I, silver's sutures and foils were used to close and cover deep wounds. Until the 1970s, silver was used in photography for its light sensitivity. NASA chose silver as a viable option for water purification in space. Silver has been used in mirrors and building windows for its reflectivity because of its reflection. The 2000s. Silver nanoparticles are used in clothing, keyboards, and biomedical devices. Silver alloys are used for brazing, soldering, in appliances, automobiles, and aircraft. Excuse my accent as well. My first language is French, but I think I do pretty good. Silver bearings are used in aircraft engines. Silver acts as a biocide on hospital door handles, surgical tools, linen, and furniture. How do you think important this is right now with this whole COVID thing and going on? I heard a lot of articles too were written regarding silver being used to prevent the spread of the disease by having it in. We know it fights bacteria. So anywhere that you touch, when you put silver there, it kills it. So same principle as with the utensils that we've seen back in the day. Silver is found in almost all electronics, from buttons and switches in houses to circuit boards and phones and computers. And as I touched on one of my updates lately, this gets thrown out in the dump because silver is too cheap to recover. So they don't recycle it. They throw it in the dump, and it's sad indeed. Green technologies like solar panels and electric vehicles and nuclear power rely on silver. So how does silver fit in a future of green technology? Silver in solar panels. Among all metals, silver has the highest electrical conductivity. Did you know that? I hope so, because I tweet it all the time. Making it an excellent choice for solar power generation. A typical solar panel can contain as much as 20 grams of silver. As global solar capacity grows, so will the demand for it. So this is a picture of inside a photovoltaic PV cell. So where is silver found within these cells? When light strikes a PV cell, the conductors absorb the energy and electrons are set free. The flow of electrons generates electricity, and this is where silver plays a crucial role. Silver pastes are used to create conductive layers within the cell on top and the bottom of the silicon semiconductor. As the best conductor of electricity, silver carries and stores electricity efficiently, maximizing the energy output of the solar cell. So the historical and forecasted solar capacity by region from 2006 to 2030. So you got China, North America, Europe, Asia, India, Southeast Asia, and others. So you can see the shoot up here. Very interesting graph indeed. Silver in electrical vehicles, right? So we know they want to make EVs very fast, and they say that's good for the environment, and we won't go into that whole story. But the fact is governments are pushing it, so it will most likely happen. So virtually every electrical connection in a vehicle has silver, and over 55 million ounces of the white metal are used annually by motor vehicles. So the projected global electric vehicle sales, that's just the sales of vehicles, we could see the rise. Obviously, they're getting hotter and hotter, and very popular. I won't have one up here up north, though. So we got the operating of electric windows, moving electrically powered seats. Silver ceramic lines are used to defog car windows, automatic parking system, distance sensing systems, and starting the engine and spark plugs. These are all contacts coated with silver within a vehicle. As more consumers go electric, EVs are expected to account for 49% of silver use in automobiles by 2040. Projected silver use in auto sector, electric vehicles, hybrid electric vehicles, and internal combustion engine. So there you go. And these are in tons, by the way, here with the years. As the world moves towards a greener future, silver will play an increasingly important role. So silver is one of the first metals that humans discovered and used. Its extensive use throughout history has linked its name to its monetary value. However, as we have advanced technologically, so have our uses for silver. In the future, silver will see a surge in demand from solar and electric vehicle EV technologies. So we're going to look at other parts in the next videos this week. A sterling reputation, silver's history and technology. Silver, along with gold, copper, lead, and iron, was one of the first metals known to human mankind. Archaeologists have uncovered silver coins and objects dating from before 4000 BC in Greece and Turkey. Since then, governments and jewelers embraced its properties to mint currency and craft jewelry. This historical association between silver and money is recorded across multiple languages. The word silver itself comes from the Anglo-Saxon language sulfur, which itself comes from ancient Germanic syllabar. Okay, forget I said all this. This little, I probably butchered this whole phrase. But here's to you. And by the way, I don't do any editing on videos. I do this raw and unedited, so if I make mistakes, please forgive me. This is how I roll. So, while silver's monetary meanings still stand today, there have been hints of its use beyond money throughout history for centuries. Many cultures use silver containers and wares to store wine, water, and food to prevent spoilage. During bouts of bubonic plague in Europe, children of wealthy families sucked on silver spoons to preserve their health, which gave birth to the phrase "born with a silver spoon in your mouth." Very interesting fact, eh? Medieval doctors invented silver nitrate used to treat ulcers and burns, a practice that continues to this day. In the 1900s, silver found further application in healthcare. Doctors used to administer eye drops containing silver to newborns in the United States. During World War I, Combat medics, doctors, and nurses would apply silver sutures to cover deep wounds. Silver shimmer also made an important material in photography up until the 1970s. Silver reflectivity of light made it popular in mirror and building windows. Now a new era is rediscovering silver's properties for the next generation of technology, making the metal more than precious. Silver in a new era, we already looked at this, right? We looked at all this, so this is more of a summary of everything we've already discussed. So in conclusion, a green future will require metals and will redefine the role for many of them. Silver is no exception. Long known as a precious metal, silver also has industrial application metal for an eco-friendly future. So these are just some of the examples of how silver is used. And if we look at you wonder, you have a silver's mine pretty consistently, right? We know pretty much how many ounces come out of the ground every year. And the demand is also pretty consistent. And then we see these wild swings, right? So it's important to note that discovery is through this system, so we can use it to our advantage and potentially buy the real stuff that I just picked up instead of just contracts, right? Because that's where the real wealth is, right? So we're going to turn now to the charts. We're going to look, I want to look through pretty much my whole list of stocks. I haven't looked at them. I've worked all day on the cottage here, getting things ready to move in. As you know, I'm selling my house and we'll put that capital to use. So, and I like the process and I like sharing the process. And all the members are enjoying that, I think, as well. You're not just getting the finished charts. You see how I do things, how I think, and just give you another idea and hopefully help you do the same. So let's move my little picture over here and let's get started and not waste any time. So the dollar first on the list. So we bottomed out here. I'm going to do these pretty quick, okay? We're already 12 minutes in, but just to give you an idea. So we had a strong bounce in the dollar. We're going to stick to the daily charts today. All right, so we have shoulder, shoulder, possibly a head here. So inverted head and shoulders. So we could potentially make a strong rebound on the US dollar here if this resistance doesn't hold. So we'll see what happens. All right, so this could put pressure on the metals, but what I've noticed in recent months and pretty much all of 2020, silver and gold hasn't traded perfectly in sync with the US dollar. So the US dollar turns up. It does not mean automatically that the metals will turn down or will keep going down. So I just want to be clear on that, but it's important to look at it and study it. So gold. The gold price right now, we're right on the 200-day EMA. We have a nice trend line established from 2020. Great pullback on the trend line, on the EMA. We're making a higher low. There's nothing wrong with this. Consolidation right into this consolidation here. So a great place to add in my opinion. Again, I don't give financial advice. I talk for myself and I share it. Silver. Silver, big support, double bottom. Nice trend line had it been established. I was watching this, expecting it to fail. As I mentioned in my update, it has failed. It went through this support of 26 bucks. We're now testing this inverted head and shoulders. We're right on the shoulders. We'll see if we consolidate here. Markets will open in a few hours, see what we do. Or if we keep testing and maybe test this 23. You see how this EMA was touched perfectly here, right? Look at how this works out. This is a 200-day EMA. We touch right on the double bottom here, okay, and then we're far from it now. So if we get a pullback here, very healthy stuff. It'll be hard for our minor shares for sure. For my physical holdings, doesn't bother me one bit. So you know, as long as we don't go under these two levels on the daily chart, it's healthy pullback. So going all the way down to 24. Even potentially 23, but as we move in time, this thing will rise. So we'll see how it goes. All right, platinum. Platinum had a pretty big drop on Friday, as everything did, right? So we have this multi-year trend line here. I added right over here on my platinum position. So we rose here. If we come back down here, I'll probably add again. And I'll probably take if platinum can just stay cool for a couple months. We'll see what happens. Once I have more capital, I'll probably invest more in platinum. I really like the chart and where it is right now and its potential. Palladium. Well, palladium, I don't cover palladium too much, but it's just trending upwards. Look at this. Just a continuous trend upwards. So very bullish. Bitcoin. I don't cover Bitcoin much, but I noticed this area of support. Let's draw a trend line over here. Get out of my way, you. What are you doing there? Computer doesn't know I'm filming, I guess. See, so if we had put this trend line over here like this, so we got a triangle happening, right? So we'll put another trend line over here, comme ça, like that. So we'll see where we're calling up. Are we going to get up, swing, or down and test maybe the next area of support that I see? It is right over here. So could we go test down here? That's very possible. All right, DGQ we're going to skip. It's just to leverage the silver. The copper price. Copper price, very bullish, as you can see. Correction, you know, a correction to 330 here. This is pretty good support. So if we could come down, back down here, if somebody's looking at copper, want to get into it, then go ahead and get down there. I won't discuss my positions here. I discussed that all in my membership, but I have opened a position in one of these stocks. Yeah. So in order not to make this video too long, we are going to move to the, we're not going to do the specific stocks. We're going to move to the ratios here. So this is the platinum to silver ratio on the daily chart. So I believe we looked at this last week. Check my other YouTube video. We looked at the higher time frame, right? But if we look at here it is. So again, we are over our 200-day EMA, bullish for platinum versus silver. All right, so we'll probably get some consolidation in here and see if we can break out. And the long-term trend line is right here. So if you see this being broken out, then we got something going here for platinum prices against silver prices. Platinum against gold should look fairly similar, except that we are much closer to the trend line on the long-term chart. But we have not closed above it. So we could get a good correction down here if gold shoots up this week and platinum stays kind of neutral or doesn't move as much. Let's see what happens. By the way, that's spice rum with Diet Coke. Gotta watch my weight, eh? I'm in pretty good shape. All right. What do we got here? Gold to silver ratio. Yes, my favorite chart of all time. The one chart that rules them all. That's my first drink, so no, I'm not. There's no buzz going on. See, we have this down trend line here. We're respecting it very well. We got this horizontal support, resistance. My apologies, right here. So we're kind of getting into a spot where we got two price action trend lines meeting together. So I put the odds of 80% of it turning back down and not breaking upwards as down is the trend. So the trend is your friend. GDXJ to gold hasn't moved much. Actually went down a little bit on the daily chart here. See it? So mining shares are getting cheaper compared to gold. This is what this is saying. So mining shares are on sale right now, and we can see we're underneath the 200-day exponential moving average. So not as bullish, but we've done this the same in March. So it's important to note that hopefully we get a shoot back up real quick here, as we did before, right? As I like when prices are trending above this trend line, as we did here, starting here in when 2016, broke out, and look, we had this nice rally. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Another ratio that I follow very closely. Closely is a loose word because this chart will move slowly, but this is the platinum to palladium. So I am buying platinum now to switch it to palladium later. My long-term plan for my wealth. So not moving much as we can see, but potentially, you see how we have these lower lows all the time, but now we just made a higher one, so we'll see. And then we're over the moving average. See how look at this moving average, how we respect it all the time. Boom, 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 right? So even here, right? So if now we've broken out of it, but if we can break this trend line, this could be huge for the platinum to palladium ratio, and prices might, I'm looking at platinum one day being worth more than palladium. So that's my plan. That's what my thesis is. That's the main reason why I invest in platinum. Also that it's a hard asset, and I like hard assets in this debt-driven world. All right. What else do I want to touch on? Let's go look at our ETFs. SILJ, huge pullback, right? So look at all these little flags that we had. The master bull flag, the one that makes the other little ones jealous. As I wrote here, we got the 200-day EMA going up. We're going down to test it. The breakout was right over here. So we are right. If we look at this, okay, let's be clear, right? So this trend line, when we broke above it, we tested it once, was right over here, 14 bucks. Okay, I just drew the line. So at 14 was the breakout level. So we had a nice shoot up here, right? We actually broke this high. We're coming right back down, testing this apex of this. It's not too much a triangle, so it's a flag, but we're testing this breakout point. So we'll see if we can get a bounce here, and look at the EMA coming up right here. So we're looking at a spot here that we can have really nice support for a long-term position. If you want to add or get into this, I will probably add this week. We'll see how this goes. When it comes to GDXJ, we broke through the EMA, which is not positive for sure, but we have this critical support, right? So this is not the first time we break through it. So let's see how we end the end of the week. If we can, I'm hoping for maybe a quick drop down here and then a quick rise and back above the EMA. Super bullish if this happens, but if we consolidate and go down, we will have to reassess. GDX, same picture. Look pretty much identical, right? Let's touch on one of my trades. I covered it on yesterday's video, but I got stopped out of one of my trades. So I said I wouldn't discuss a trade, but I will here. So I was in Westwater Resources. I took a stop, hit my stop, went right back up, and now we're right against that trend line. So this is still looking negative to me, so I'm happy I got out. We'll see what happens. I made good profit from another trade over here, so that's fine. You limit your losses and you live to see another day. You never know what the market's going to do. Every day is different. Wild cards happen in each market every day, so we don't know. LTBR, another one of my swing trades, breaks out, tests back, breaks out, tests back, breaks out, tests again, breaks out, tests again. I took profit up here somewhere. I think it was on Thursday, right here. I think I didn't get the top, and then I took most of my shares off, and then I reloaded down here. So we'll see what happens. All right, so, and you'll see, let's go look at just a little bit. I just want to go peek at uranium a little bit. All right, so we looked at silver and gold pretty good without looking at specific charts. Uranium, if I look at Camco, I had a nice 45% gain in Camco. I had bought some and got that rally. So we got, if we look at this, we have strong support. If I look at this, well, I'm going to extend. Instead, I'm going to extend. Well, I didn't extend it, but that's okay. Right over here. Right, so we're right within. If I stretch this out, we can see it. right? So we're right in this support zone. See that? So we got these peaks. Just delete this. Stretch this out a little bit. See, got a beautiful, beautiful support. So this is looking very interesting. I'm going to keep an eye on this. They closed one of their mines. I think it's back open. I'd have to check. Don't mark my word. Just check it if it's Cigar Lake is back open due to COVID. Sorry, my throat is dry. So we'll see if this support holds. Okay. DNN. I've been saying I've been waiting for uranium to correct a bit. LTBR, I'm in it, right? So I made 60% or whatever. Very happy with it. But I hate chasing markets. It's a big lesson that I learned. I'd rather have a pullback, as I've said here. For DNN, if I get a pullback to 68 cents, at these peaks here, I would look, we're right into, we have to look at this. I'm going to switch time frames for this uranium stuff. Right? Still very early in this possible bull market. You see this at 79 cents down back here in 2011. So we are hitting some very solid resistance for DNN Denison mines at this level. This is why you're seeing these wicks. Do not be surprised. And we're far from the 200-day EMA. Look how well it respects it in this stock. Sorry, now we're on the 200-week EMA. Important to note, we're on the weekly chart. So I'm hoping for a drop down here. And if I would own some of this, if I was invested on it, I would have taken some profits for sure up here. Maybe have my position to try to correct down here and go back up. So all depends on your trading strategy. Look at a few more uranium stocks, right? I mean, this is clear right here. I'd love to get my hands on this right over here, right? So that's Impala Platinum Holdings. We have a nice cup here. This is platinum. And if we get a nice kind of consolidation, but we're almost at that level now, so it's not a bad spot right now. This is good support at 1150, right? We're trading at 14, so we'll see what happens to this. Where's the 4Us? This is like big popular stock right now, right? We're hearing about it everywhere now, it seems. So you see this 200-week EMA curving downward, big volume, right? Huge consolidation in here. So this is going to act as a big support zone here. And if we zoom in, it's already acted like a support. You see that? A wick, it got bought up and it shot back up. So that's Energy Fuels. Which other ones do I want to look at? So you can see kind of the stocks I tracked in here. This is PPLT. That's the vehicle I use to invest in platinum. So yeah, I think I'm going to end it here, everyone. I think I've covered the markets pretty well on what I'm looking at, what I'm interested in. So I'm bullish on silver, I'm bullish on gold, I'm bullish on platinum, and I'm very interested in uranium and have had good profits in it. So this is anything real, any hard assets. This stuff weighs, it's heavy enough. I could probably do weights with this thing. But sorry, I'm looking down here, but you're up there. So that's it. If you enjoy these videos, as I mentioned before, enjoy my style, check out my site, 7-day trial. You can stop after 7 days if you don't like it. Look at all my videos. I got a bunch posted there. This is still very new. I've been doing this for a couple of weeks now. I'm really enjoying it. I'm passionate about this. This is what I love to do. I'm doing this after a hard day of work already while having a drink, so you can tell that that I like the stuff, right? So we'll see how silver opens today. It'll be very interesting this evening with the speech from the new president last week. I mean, they're looking at printing an insane amount of money, right, to bail out everyone and to help everyone and to give everybody paychecks due to this COVID relief bill that they want to do, save America and whatever. I'm Canadian, what they're doing the same in Canada, it doesn't matter, right? So this is worldwide. So we are living. Everybody is living in debt. Corporations, governments. I mean, the biggest bubble in the history of the planet Earth, I think, ever, is the debt that's on top of everybody's heads right now, and our kids and our kids, right? So our generations to come. I mean, we're not doing them any favor with this. So let's hope this corrects. Let's hope we go back to a sound money system. Until then, protect your wealth. Protect your wealth with real assets, hard assets. And thank you very much, and have a great evening. Cheers.